Today I'm going to be reviewing the items I was sent by Andar about 2 months ago. So quick recap before I begin, I was sent the Fitz, the Apollo, and the Chase, and of course my personal favorite, the cord burritos. First up, I'm going to start with the Fitz. I've been using this case the day I got it and every day since. I love how light it is. It feels really good in the hands, very soft. It's been aging very well. However, I actually dropped this not too long ago straight on concrete. It just kind of flew out of my bag because I didn't have it properly closed. Landed face down, or I think it bounced a couple times, on pure solid concrete. Now, I don't have a screen protector. I know, I've been kind of a rebel. The phone didn't crack at all. The only thing that happened was to the actual case, there's some scuffs around in the edges. So that actually I felt really bad. I love it, and I'm really sorry for dropping this case and ruining it just a little. Other than that, I think one thing to note, this one does have a slot for 2 cards. Now I will advise, since this is leather, if you want to only have 1 card, I suggest you not starting out with 2 cards and then later on being like, oh, you know what, I only want my ID, because it will fall out. Especially if you've been using 2 cards for a while, it starts to form around what you have in there. Again, it's leather, so if you only put 1, it will be loose. So just kind of keep that in mind. Whenever I leave my business cards, because I'm too paranoid to leave actual credit cards or ID in here, so when I give one out, this one, as you can see, it's already falling out. So I try to always replenish, always keep 2 on hand, and it fits just perfectly. I like it, very thin. It feels good. This is definitely one of my favorite things from Andar. Next up is the very popular wallet, the Apollo. Now this one is obviously advertised as very minimal. You can fit a lot of things, but make it in a very small package. You can fit cash. It has a money clip, which I absolutely love. Every once in a while I'll have a few bucks that I can actually stick in there. And one thing again, since this is leather, same thing as the phone. If you have a certain number of cards, I would suggest keeping it at that same number, as everything will start to stick perfectly, and if you go less, it will be loose. So that's just something to keep in mind. Another thing that I kind of had issues with is with the ID compartment. When I get carded, which is pretty much all the time, they always ask me to take out the ID and then show it to them, because it has a big border, a pretty thick border around it, so it does cover up some of the information on the ID. And with the money clip being right there, I do have issues sometimes sticking it out, like sliding it in and out easier. I wish maybe there was a different access point. I mean, again, if it was on the outside, maybe it would have been too easy to fall out. So for security reasons, they do have it on the inside. But I think that would be my only actual complaint, is that the ID is kind of covered up. There's a lot of thick bezels, so I do have to take it out frequently. But of course, my absolute favorite feature about the Apollo is this back slide up card slot. I usually keep about 4 cards in here, plus my key card for when I go into the office. I love how it fits there. I can easily just pull this tab and I can pick the card out that I need. And that is a very cool, unique feature. I usually fit up to 4 cards in here, but I'm sure if you want to, the leather will stretch, so you can fit maybe 5 or 6, plus the 2 cards inside. And if you're not paranoid like me, you can probably fit another 2 in here. So this packs a lot, and it's a very small, slim profile. Now, one thing that I was really surprised that I fell in love with this wallet and have been still using it, is that I was coming from the Nomad charging wallet case that I had, and I thought I was going to miss having that accessibility to charge my phone whenever. But honestly, I've never looked back. I have, unfortunately, the Nomad is stuffed in a drawer. Now that's not any diss on the Nomad at all, but I will say that it was so nice to switch to something so small, light, and ultra portable. This thing can just fit in any of my pocket, in any of my pants, backpack, anywhere. I really like the slim profile. So when it comes to wallets, my preference is definitely a lot something thinner like this. Next up that I was sent over was the Chase. This is the laptop tablet combo carrying case. This is the most expensive thing that they have on their site to date, I believe. The leather feels really good. Both pockets are lined with this really soft, fantastic fabric that I wish it was a sweater, so it will keep your electronics very safe. Now I do have a MacBook Pro 15-inch and then an 11-inch iPad Pro. Both fit absolutely perfect. Now I do wish with the laptop compartment it was a little bit of a tighter fit. There's quite a bit of access space around the sides. Now in retrospect that does mean that you can probably fit a thicker laptop, but for me personally I wish it was just maybe have it more specifically made for a MacBook Pro 15-inch, just so it can feel a little bit tighter, not so much wiggle room. In this pocket, the 11-inch iPad Pro fits absolutely perfect, and I also have the Logitech case keyboard thing for the iPad Pro. As thick as that is, that actually will fit in here. I don't do that often because I don't really want to stretch this out or anything like that, so I do prefer to carry the my iPad Pro in a very thin case like this, and then sliding it in here is a perfect combination. Or just having the iPad by itself, obviously, but I don't like having my electronics too unprotected. But this is my favorite combination with my Breton backpack, as that backpack doesn't have a lot of padding. It has a laptop sleeve, but again, it's very, very thin, no padding. So it's a perfect complement for this. That's kind of where I use it most. I don't really carry this as is, like alone. I'm not really, I don't ever really go to meetings where it's just all I need is a laptop and maybe my tablet. I always need a whole bunch of other stuff, usually my camera and hard drives and all that stuff. Last thing to review, which was kind of an added surprise for me, I didn't know that I was going to be sent these, are what they're called cord burritos. They help, obviously, manage cords. And I think my only, not beef, but but my I guess little complaint is I do wish that I wish they had larger sizes. Now I know their workaround to that is you can clip all 3 of them to make a bigger one, but then you're using up all of your cords. So I do like the 3 sizes that they have currently right now. They're great for certain things, but for bigger items or bulkier things, I do wish that maybe there was like an extra large burrito or something that could actually wrap around without you having to sacrifice the use of the smaller ones. I'm very happy to report Andar is a fantastic company. They produce quality material items, so if you want to purchase anything, you can always use Martinez15 for a discount at checkout. And if you do get an item, tag me on Twitter or Instagram at WindyCity92 because I'd love to see what you guys got with the discount. That'd be awesome. Again, this is my favorite items. I always use these. When eventually I upgrade my phone, I'm definitely hoping to get their newest collection because it ages very, very well. I love the way this feels. So with that, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.